Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. In front of me, we have the beautiful LS1 GU Patrol, and she has been through a lot in the last week, unfortunately. Obviously, by reading the title in this video, the Patrol was involved in an accident, and this is a video I didn't think I'd be filming, but at the end of the day, I got to show you all what's going on in the car world in my life. First of all, I'll explain the story. I'll tell you guys exactly what happened, show you the damage. We have repaired the car now. Well, to a T, we have repaired it. But yeah, unfortunately it was involved in a rear end collision and a couple other things that's gone wrong with the car. So first of all, I'll tell you the story. So a lot of you that follow me on Instagram will know that me and the boys went out for a 4-wheel drive sesh over in Talangi last weekend. Everything was going a-okay. It was an awesome day out, having lots of fun. As you can see, car's a bit dirty. We were venturing from tracks that we're used to, like Cockpit and Vic Range and all that stuff. And we ended up going to this place called, I think it was called Devil's Playground or Devil's Play Pit or something like that. And we'd never been there before, so we were sort of trialing out, doing some different tracks. It was like a big open area with like multiple tracks you could do, and we had a first timer out as well, so we were just taking our time, and it was actually going really well. The car was going good, all the cars were going great. So I ended up going down a big hill. At the bottom of the hill, my mate Marcus went through the hill first, and then I went down it, but there were these huge tree stumps at the bottom, and as I've gone down, one of them's lodged under my diff, and I've just high-centered it. I got stuck. Now I had 2 cliffs on either side of me, so I couldn't get out, so one of the boys had to either pull me from the front or pull me from the back. Now in front of me was a huge clearway, so I couldn't really get anywhere to pull myself out, even though I haven't got a winch. And behind me was a huge hill that went up, and then up the top was my mate in his Patrol. Now because I was at the bottom, I had nowhere to go, obviously, and I was just sitting in the car waiting for the boys to recover me. So my mate's come to go round to winch me from the front, but then he's decided, nah, he'll winch me back and then I'll give it another go. So he's parked his car at the top of the hill, let's say it's up there, and I'm stuck at the bottom. So he jumped out, his car's at the top of the hill, and he's gone to grab his winch. Now, as he's gone to grab his winch, behind us, there was a lot of water falling down that hill. It was just so sloppy and crappy that, you know, you just had no traction at all. And like, you know, all our tires looked like slicks because we filled them up with just crap. So as he's gone to jump out and get the winch to recover me, his car up the top of the hill is just broken loose, and it just started to come towards me. I had no idea I was in the car, and all of a sudden I heard one of my mate's girlfriends on the side scream, "Oh my God, the car's coming." And I went, "What?" And I just looked in my mirror, and I just seen this Patrol just burrowing towards me, and no one was in it. I've looked in my mirror and I've just seen it. I sort of braced myself. I didn't go stiff or anything. I just sort of tried to brace myself in any way possible, and all of a sudden I've just felt the biggest bang and smash I've ever felt in a car. The force was that great that both of my ears were ringing because when it exploded the rear window, yeah, all the pressure, lucky I did have my driver's window down, all the pressure came out my side and everything flew to the front. Now the hit was pretty fucking bad. I had a really sore neck. I couldn't see my mate that was in between both cars, and the first thing I thought of was like, where the fuck is he? And then I heard my other mate say, "Oh my God, like he nearly died." All of a sudden he jumps out next to me and he goes, "Oh my God, like I'm so sorry." And I'm just like, bro, like, is everyone okay? That was the first thing I was worried about. Was everyone okay? I'm all right. I'm in the car. I'm sweet. Got a sore neck. Who cares? So I can see in my rearview mirror that both of my doors are fucking mangled. But you know, at the same time, I was just like, I don't give a shit. My mate's all right. I'm all right. It's all good. So I jumped out the car, had a look. They sort of explained what happened. So yeah, the car's broken loose up the top of the hill, and it's just literally come burrowing down on its own. And it's just accelerating as it's going downhill. And because I'm at the bottom stuck, I've taken the full brunt of the impact. It actually yeeted my car that far forward that it broke me free. But in doing that, it actually severed my brake line at the front here. And you probably can't see, but there's a brake line that goes off that front diff that goes up to the chassis. That's completely missing. So once I got out of that bog hole, I had no brake. So the car still ran, everything fine. It still drove fine. Both of our cars were fine. Even his car didn't damage his radiator or anything, but it did move his frame rails and smash his bull bar in. So that was unfortunate for him. You know, these things you just can't really plan for. And at the end of the day, I didn't really care because they're both cars. They're both replaceable. We're not. Obviously, I'm not going to name my friend or anything, but you know, that's pretty irrelevant. I know with situations like this, you're going to get people that are going to say, "Oh, you shoulda, you woulda, you coulda." You know, it's irrelevant because it's happened. So there's no relevance in pointing fingers at all, because at the end of the day, we all went home. Even though I had no brakes, my buddy managed to shove a screw in the front, so I just had rear brakes on the way home just to get me home safely. No matter what you say or do, accidents always happen, especially out in the bush. Tell me in the comments if you had any stories like that, if you had any accidents very similar. Let me know. I'd be keen to hear. Without further ado, I will show you the damage. Brace yourselves because it's a bit hectic. I'm going to put some photos up on the screen now. As you can see, the spare wheel's actually taken most of the damage because I got hit on an angle. The door's pretty much copped all of it. The boot floor has copped it, as well as the quarters kinked. I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, you can actually see how extensive the damage was. I was covered in broken glass as well, and it all made its way to the front. But yeah, all right, well, now we have the car here for you guys. Let's show you what it looks like now. So you guys have seen the damage, and this is her now, all fixed. Look at that, brand new. So thankfully, my mate straight away, he just said like, I'll pay for doors. Yeah, no problem. I need to get this car. I'm towing it in almost 9 days because I've got a drift event, so I need it to work. And I'm chasing a brake line at the moment, trying to find one. Unfortunately, there is some extensive damage on this car that, you know, I can't really repair unless I take it to a shop. Now, my mate hasn't got insurance. I do, but at the end of the day, you know, it is cosmetic stuff. But you can see the quarter panel is kinked here because when it hit the door, the hinge actually rolled over in the inside, and I'll show you that in a minute. And it's actually kinked this whole quarter panel. This quarter panel will probably need to be replaced, as well as the whole inner jam here. So if we open the doors, which they still sort of work, we're still in the middle of fixing it all. As I open it, it sort of droops down because it's got a table in this one too. How cool is that? Yeah, if we bolt this top hinge on, the door just does not close. It doesn't line up. So this whole hinge on the inside of the jam is actually rolled in like that. So at the moment, to get the door closed, I've only got it on one hinge, so I can't run a spare, but we'll have a look inside here. Look at all the glass. That's all the glass from the old doors. I've got the old doors over there. I'll show you them in a minute, but you can see where that panel's cracked. That's the boot floor. It's lifted up here. So that's structural. So I reckon if I went through insurance, it'll probably be written off. Also, where the catch is there, that's come up. That's all raised up, so that's all damaged. You probably can't see, but all in here the paint's flaked off because the cord has actually tried to split from the seam in here, and it's been pretty extensive. Here's all bent at the top here, so there's a bit of damage up there, and where this latch is actually fully moved, so we've had to adjust that to fit the other door. It's copped a pretty big impact. Tow bar here is raised up because that got hit. That hook is actually bent downwards. Honestly, for how hectic the impact was, I think the car actually came out pretty well. This little table's cute, isn't it? So yeah, with the one hinge bolted on, we can still close it. These doors are actually in better condition than my old ones were. But if we close them up, they still work. They'll do the job for now. She's got some damage underneath, but you know, I'm not too fussed about it. Like I said, everyone's okay. My mate got these doors to me quite fast. He came over the other day because we couldn't get the rear doors open, and we winched the doors out and got them open. I don't know what I'm going to do with the car, guys. I don't know if I'm going to get this all repaired and the boot floor and everything, because yeah, it'll need to be repaired if it's ever going to be the same again. We also ripped this flare off, so I'm going to fix that. Snapped all the little clips out of it, but that's all right. That's nothing. I'll take you over here and we'll have a look at the doors. Apologies for any construction noise. It's always going on around here. So this is the small door. Didn't cop too much, but you can see it split all the skin on the inside. It mangled it pretty well. So this is the door. As you can see, we've got no clear coat at the top, so the new doors are much better. But there you go. There's the door there. So you can see how much it's been smushed in. It's pretty fucked, isn't it? But there you go. So my poor baby over here, she copped a bit of abuse, but at the end of the day, it is a car. As much as I love it, I am pretty bummed about it, honestly, but it could have been much worse. You know, no one rolled over, no one got into a serious accident. It was just a bit of a fender bender. But tell me if you like the look of no spare, guys. I sort of like it. It's much cleaner. I can't really run a spare because there's only one hinge on the car, so if I open the door, it'll probably bend. I do like the look of no spare. Also, guys, I have just sat the old wheel carrier on here. This is the one from my old door that got hit. You can see it got absolutely obliterated at the bottom. I didn't know these were fiberglass, actually. That's pretty cool, just the covers. But that's just sitting on there. That's just sitting on there loosely. But this thing actually took most of the impact. Spare tire over there as well took pretty much everything, and that thing's absolutely mint. The wheel didn't buckle, the freaking tire's fine. A lot of you were asking me, you know, when's the next four-wheel drive video, and a lot of you were saying, oh, I can't wait for this new Talangi video, but obviously there's not going to be a video out because we didn't get much footage, and then the accident happened right not far into the trip. Now it's fixed. I just need a brake line, fix that front flare, clean it all up, and then we'll go out again, guys. So like I said, you know, it's not too bad. Could always be worse. Seen guys smack the side of a tree and smash all this side, so it's actually not as bad as it should be. This isn't really my daily anymore. I've been dailying my new Falcon, so at the end of the day, this is sort of probably going to end up as a comp truck or a party bus or something. I don't know, with the way she's going, but it's such a beautiful car. Well, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully that explained the whole situation. And if you have any questions, let me know. And like I said, if you have anything similar happen to you, any stories out in the bush, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. I'm safe, my buddy's safe, car's fixed, sort of, and we can go out again. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.